Sorry this came out a little bit late, but I was umming and ahhing about whether or not it was worth making a video on this, and I figured we may as well. So these are two achievements that we can get early during the version 2.0 main story, and unfortunately, once you're past this point, you won't be able to get these achievements until later on in the game, once Sam becomes an enemy in the Memory of Chaos, or once they add more battles against them in the main story missions. So there are 2 missions in total, and we'll cover both of them in this video. The first one is going to be Ignite My Heart, Inflame My Flesh. I recommend going for this one first, as you can easily get it and then quit the game to reset the fight before going for the second achievement. To get this one, we need to spend skill points while under the combustion effect in order to reduce our health below 5%. So the combustion effect occurs when Sam enrages, causing a field of flames to appear on the map. What also happens is that your skill points will turn from white to orange. This signifies that these skill points are now combusted and will cause damage to your characters when they are consumed. The achievement is pretty straightforward. We want to get our health low enough before going into the combustion phase. Then we'll make sure that we use our skill points on our low HP characters to drop them below 5% health. So you can see here, after we use Ting Yun's skill, she drops below 5% health and the achievement pops up. Once this happens, you'll be able to retreat from battle in order to reset the game back to the last checkpoint. Okay, now, so for this next one, it's going to be a little bit more challenging depending on what characters you own. So the achievement is called Quiet Burning, and it requires you to prevent Sam from using Supernova Overload when his secondary combustion state is dispelled. So this is after he goes into his combustion state where he creates the fire field. When he gets into this state, he'll gain 5 stacks of molten energy. So you'll see this icon under his name with a little 5 number on it. You have exactly 1 cycle to reduce this to 0 to get him out of secondary combustion. If you take longer than 1 cycle and you let him take a turn, dispelling it will cause him to cast Supernova Overload, causing you to fail the achievement. In order to remove molten energy stacks, you need to deal damage to him using skills. Every skill point that you spend to deal damage will strip 1 stack away from him, so this means that those of you who own Dan Heng can take off 3 stacks using a single turn. So this means with Dan Heng, you just need to bring 2 other characters with damaging skills in order to strip all 5 stacks from him. In this run, we use Dan Heng, Pella and Silverwolf to pull this off. Now you would think that because Dan Heng works, Qing Chue would also be able to take 5 stacks, but apparently this doesn't work this way. So this is because with Dan Heng, each skill point directly adds another attack dealing damage to Sam, while with Qing Chue, each skill point is considered as being spent to reroll tiles and not directly adding attacks. So this means that with Qing Chue, you only be stripping 1 stack regardless of how many points you spend. If you don't have Dan Heng, this is going to be much harder. You're going to want to instead use characters such as Su Shang, who can use skill into ultimate and into skill again for 2 stacks, along with Asta, who can take a stack off with a skill and then apply speed boost to the team in hopes of moving them up fast enough to take another turn before Sam does. I'll do a more in-depth guide on this achievement using a free-to-play team once the achievement becomes more readily available, since it's not really worth it optimizing around a one-time occurrence. But for those of you who aren't up to this part yet, that's 2 additional achievements up for grabs, so good luck.